Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is William Hindman, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job or they just really screw it up. Hey, this one here comes to us from the civil rights lawyer, John Bryant. Please go over and tell him that I sent you guys over there. Check him out. He has a lot of good information in his videos. And see if you like him. If you would also subscribe to my channel, hit the like and share because it helps my algorithms. And the thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you guys. Leave me a comment. And don't forget about the bell icon because that way you know when I put out a new video. I thought that the whole concept of the police was to serve and protect. Evidently, I'm wrong. It's to be a thug, a gang member, a scumbag, and a piece of crap. Well, they've hit their target on those. Yeah, they actually did that. Congratulations, guys. You are total and complete worthless pieces of crap. These two moronic idiots have a lady on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere in a rural area, and she's 2 miles from the next gas station. And instead of giving her a ride, they make excuses why they can't give her a ride up there, and shortly thereafter, she's dead. Now, this is an update to the one we did a couple days ago. So let's get into this and see what you think.
In the trunk?
My car is full. Stay off the white line and keep walking, okay? Stay off the white line and keep walking, okay?
13 minutes later, the woman was hit and killed by a tractor trailer. As both a content creator and a lawyer, I take privacy very seriously, but most people are completely oblivious to the fact. Lengthy process those topics completely. But the good thing is that
the Department of Public Safety would even consider reprimanding him.
Is the lawyer right? Was it the job of police officers to proactively make sure that this woman on the side of the road is okay, to drive her to a gas station or to forcibly take her to a hospital even though she declined an ambulance? Should the officers be disciplined? Now, one of the officers did not have his body cam on from my understanding, but one of them did, and I have the full body cam. I'll show it to you, and I also have the full police reports. I'll show you these things, and you can make up your mind for yourself. I have a few other things as well. Let's go through the body cam.
In some kind of medical distress?
Kinda.
Okay, what's going on? Sorry?
My face.
There's nothing on that side. What's on the other side? Okay, what happened?
This involves deputies Cobb and Philpott from the Dunklin County Sheriff's Office. This is in Missouri. I have the police report. In their words, this is why they were there. On July 9th, 2023, the Dunklin County Sheriff's Office received a report of a white female sitting on the side of the roadway. Deputy Philpott and I located a white female lying on the shoulder of the roadway. The subject was lying on the ground with her head facing the grass south and her feet facing north, near the white fog line. She was lying on the shoulder of the roadway on the eastbound side. Next to the subject was several bags of property and a sweet case scattered around her. Miss Sanders was asleep when approached, to which Deputy Philpott woke her up.
I've been walking from Little Rock.
Okay. Do you need an ambulance first and foremost?
No, I've been there, done that, done everything that I could do.
Okay.
I'm trying to get away from him because
Who's him?
the person who did this to me. Okay.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to see what's wrong with you.
Gabapentin is bringing you closer to amputation. These are 3 symptoms that are signaling that
I keep trying to walk, but I can't.
Okay.
My whole left shoulder is broken.
Really good. Did you go to the hospital?
Yes.
Which hospital did you go to?
Everything is accounted for in North Little Rock.
Okay.
I've been walking a lot of miles.
Understandable.
Where are you going?
Far away from him.
Are you going anywhere in particular?
Yeah.
You have an ID on you?
Yes, I do.
Can I see it, please? When did you get beat up?
Thursday, last week.
Well, the knot on your head looks fresh. Like,
Do what?
the knot on your head looks fresh.
Yeah, these are new.
What happened there?
After the fact that it happened, you know, I didn't press any more charges for this.
Where'd it happen at? In
Little
Little Rock?
Yeah.
You-
I didn't press any more charges. I'm just trying to get away from him.
You walked all the way here? Did you get a ride here or what?
No, I walked all the way from Little Rock to here.
Okay.
Hence why I'm like,
Exhausted? Exhausted, yeah?
yeah. That was.
Can you find your ID for me?
I'm just trying to get away.
Okay.
Can you find your ID for me?
There's nothing wrong with me trying to get away. He took my phone. Hence, I don't know where I am. I was at wherever that gas station is, far away. They told me keep going into Missouri this way.
Well, you're in Missouri now. You're in Cardwell, Missouri.
So that's why I kept going this way.
Okay.
But with my shoulder being broken, it's very hard.
Can you get your ID for me?
I don't even, honestly, officer, I don't even know if I have it. Because he took everything. Because I remember I was trying to buy cigarettes and they thought I was too young. I
Okay.
was like, oh my God, I really.
What's your last name?
It's Anders. Michelle.
Anders.
Yes.
Last name Anders, Adam, Nora, David, Edward, Robert, Sam. First name is Shell, common spelling.
I'm getting a knot on file through Central Square, running it. I'm going to run through actual mule standby. 327 through Tennessee, Michelle Anders at Memphis, Tennessee.
You don't know where you're going? I mean, what are you wanting to do? What are you wanting to do?
I'm sorry, I can't see you.
What are you wanting to do?
I'm walking.
Okay.
I'm trying to get away
Where are you?
from this person.
I understand
It's-
that, but where are you going to go?
I don't even have a Google map.
I understand that as well.
He took my phone.
So where are you going to go?
That last gas station down there, they told me if I wanted to go back to Arkansas, go left. If I went straight to Missouri, go right. That's what I'm doing.
Where are you going? Is what I'm asking you.
I don't even have a clue.
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
Oh, I saw the whiskey bottle sitting there.
No.
Well, I'm asking you.
That was from last night.
Okay.
Okay, sir. I was looking for my water bottle a while ago because I'm so dehydrated. I've been walking since Little Rock.
Okay.
I mean, Little Rock.
You can continue to walk, or we can call an ambulance, take you to the hospital somewhere, and get you some help.
Look, my whole
Which one do you
shoulder-
want to do?
My whole shoulder is broken. They've already assessed that. They gave me a disc. I've got it in there with my paperwork from the hospital. They told me I'm probably going to have surgery. I got to go to an orthopedic doctor. But what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get far away from him.
Understandable.
Well, Jonesboro and Little Rock are a pretty good ways away from each other, so I think you're fine.
Well, I know Little Rock's that way, or Louisville. And they said if I keep going this way, it's Missouri.
I understand that, but where are you trying to go in Missouri? Because there's nothing down here. There's no hospitals. There's nothing. You have family in Missouri?
No.
So where are you wanting to go? It's what I'm trying to get from you. Are you just gonna live out on the street? What?
No, I'm not a street person, sir.
So what is your goal? What are you trying to get to?
Honestly, Chicago.
Well, you're a long ways from
I
Chicago.
know, but that's where my oldest son is. He's 22 years old.
All right.
And I know bad things happen to people in major cities because I've lived in so many major cities.
Amazon hates this, but there's nothing they can do to stop it. There's a new electric lighter out there, and it's got the firepower of a military...
But
Or stay off this white line, or you're probably gonna get run over if you stay on this white
no,
line.
I've kept
Your feet was on the white line when we come up to you.
That
So.
was promiscuous.
Well, I'm just telling you. I don't want you to get run over.
It's a dark road. I can't see nothing without lights at all.
You probably should have stayed at Mr. T's till daylight then.
No, they told me, the woman told me, she said, you got bags, you can't leave your bags.
You can sit in the parking lot.
She said, I will call the police on you.
Okay.
I said, for what? I'm doing nothing at all. And so that scared me, because I don't want to get in trouble for anything.
Right.
And then one lady, she said, look, if you want to stay in Missouri, go this way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did.
There's another gas station up the road about 2 miles, so
Can you please take me there?
we can't give you a ride. I don't have enough room to put all your stuff in my car.
Please.
I don't have nowhere to put your stuff.
In the trunk?
I'm telling you, my car is full, so... Stay off the white line and keep walking, okay? You're welcome.
So that was the nearly 18-minute conversation that took place between Michelle Anders and deputies Cobb and Philpott. So if we skip to the last paragraph of the police report written by Deputy Cobb, it's completely defensive. Here's what it says. While speaking with Anders, I observed what looked like a bottle of alcohol sticking up from her purse. Anders was asked if she had been drinking, to which she stated no. She drank some the night before. It should be noted, Anders did not appear to be intoxicated or impaired and was not slurring her words, nor was she stumbling or anything of the sort. She seemed to be of sound mind. I'm pretty sure that this is what George Orwell would refer to as doublespeak. I mean, who are we going to believe, you or our lying eyes? I mean, we just saw this woman who claims to have a broken arm literally slur her words. You saw a bottle of alcohol sticking out of her bag. You thought she was intoxicated. You pointed that out to her. We watched it on the video.
I didn't have a Google map.
I understand that as well.
He took my phone.
So where are you going to go?
That last gas station down there, they told me if I wanted to go back to Arkansas, go left. If I went straight to Missouri, go right. That's what I'm doing.
Where are you going is what I'm asking you.
I don't even have a clue.
Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
Oh, I saw the whiskey bottle sitting there.
No,
Well, I'm asking you.
that was from last night.
She completely sounded inebriated, and yet to cover your own rear ends, you're putting all of these lies in this report that we can clearly see are lies. Additionally, I want to butt in here to say that Michelle's sister provided me with the full disciplinary complaint against the officers, and even the Missouri Department of Public Safety alleges in their complaint that Michelle Anders was visibly intoxicated. She also provided me with supplemental reports that they filled out. Basically, it appears like a cover-up after the fact, where they again reiterate this garbage that they had no reason, allegedly, to believe that Michelle was intoxicated. But what about the body cam that mentions suspicion that she was drinking? And what about that bottle itself that the officer mentions?
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
Oh, I saw the whiskey bottle sitting there.
No,
I'm asking you.
that was from last night.
Where did she buy that? When did she buy that? How much of it was gone? Well, Michelle's sister actually was able to obtain the receipt for the bottle of vodka that she bought. And you know where she bought it? At that truck stop that she was just at several hours earlier. And here's the receipt that shows that she bought that bottle of vodka approximately 3 hours earlier. So she had been drinking. It did not take an actual detective to find that out, to find proof of that. We still don't know how much of it she drank. Why? Because this is crazy. When Michelle's personal effects were returned to the family, guess what was missing? The bottle. The investigation reports, guess what they don't mention at all? The bottle. They don't mention how much of it was it empty? They don't mention how much of it was left. It appears they have completely engaged in a cover-up to make it look like Michelle was not intoxicated, when according to her sister, she was obviously intoxicated compared to how she usually acted and compared to how anybody usually acts. And get this, in a death investigation, usually you'd run a toxicity report and you'd find out whether or not a victim was intoxicated. Obviously, that would be important. Guess what was not done? The body being quickly cremated in an animal veterinary crematorium before any toxicology could be done, which the family was promised would be done. But it was not done. A total cover-up, it appears, by this corrupt little county in Missouri.
Okay, now keep in mind that these are deputy sheriffs. So the sheriff himself must be a winner. Wow, what a cakewalker.
The reason is because the last part of the report says this. After this, Anders was informed to stay on the right side of the fog line and out of the roadway. Anders was informed if she needed to rest or sit or lay in the grass or to stay on the right side of the fog line. Anders was informed approximately 2 miles east was a gas station to which she could probably stay and rest. Anders was informed if she continued on U.S. Highway 412, she would end up in Kennett. Anders thanked us for stopping to check on her, to which Deputy Philpott and I cleared the scene. What he neglects to mention is that maybe she thanked them, but that was right after she had finished begging them to drive her to that gas station. But you refused. She begged you for help, and you left this woman alone in the dark on the side of this busy highway. And this is kind of crazy. At the very bottom of the police report written by Deputy Cobb, there's a supplemental report. So after he finishes saying they told her to walk on down the road, now, same evening, supplemental report. The sheriff's office received a 911 call from a semi-truck driver who was traveling east on Highway 412 near Mr. T's. The truck driver stated that he had just ran over someone with his truck. Deputy Philpott, Missouri State Highway Patrol, Medic 1, and I were dispatched to the scene. Deputy Philpott and I arrived on the scene first, to which we observed a white female whom we knew to be Michelle Anders, lying in the middle of the roadway. Anders was obviously deceased. As I mentioned, now the Missouri Department of Public Safety is looking to discipline both of these deputies. This is an excerpt of the complaint against them, and it says, by leaving an intoxicated and injured person on the side of a major thoroughfare at night and telling her to continue walking along the shoulder, Deputy Cobb created a substantial risk of death or bodily harm for Michelle Anders. This is the actual spot.
1250 U.S. Highway 412. The speed limit is 60 miles an hour.
And she also has the internal dash cam from the semi-driver, which she believes shows that he was not paying attention. But now Deputy Philpott and Cobb have hired lawyers to fight the disciplinary proceedings, and they're pushing back, claiming they did nothing wrong here.
There are no domestic violence shelters in Dunklin County. There are no social workers. There's nowhere for him to have taken this lady. It's some extreme armchair quarterbacking that we're doing to these officers, and it's wholly inappropriate. It's not fair to them. In the situation that they were in that night, what they did was a reasonable course of action. I think that it's abhorrent that the Department of Public Safety would even consider reprimanding him.
But clearly there is law enforcement brass that disagree, including this expert that was hired as a consultant by the TV news.
At the very least, she was clearly intoxicated. You could tell that from the body camera footage. They should never have left her on the side of the road like that. Even if she refused an ambulance, that doesn't mean you don't call one anyway. You call an ambulance over, let them evaluate her, and if she is not able to look after herself, you could take her into protective custody if you have to, if she refuses to. That's done all the time. I think they made a conscious decision that they just didn't want to deal with it for whatever reason. I don't know the reason for that, but they left her roadside, and we see how that ended up, which is a tragic situation.
And here is the response to him from the deputy's lawyers.
I want to know, have you made this mistake with your holster? And by mistake, I mean, did you get a holster that's uncomfortable so you don't carry all the time?
They had absolutely no basis for protective custody, a 96-hour hold, or to arrest her for anything. So if they would have followed that expert's advice, they would have a civil lawsuit on their hands.
What do you think? Do you agree with the lawyer? I mean, he does have a good point there, that police officers should respect the Fourth Amendment rights of people who are walking down the side of the road. How many videos have we looked at where cops have unnecessarily harassed people just trying to walk down the side of the road? In fact, they made a movie about it with Sylvester Stallone. But this isn't a video about cops harassing somebody. Cops can also do wrong. They can also commit misconduct when they fail to act when they should. As far as the law goes, Missouri is in the Eighth Circuit, and the case law pretty much says that if police officers have probable cause to believe that some vulnerable person might walk into danger, then they have this affirmative duty to act to protect that person, especially if they're in their custody, which may or may not have been the case here. Her ID was demanded. Arguably, she was subjected to an investigatory detention. At least under one way of looking at it, she was released to the side of the road. Now, the officers would say that she was never in their custody. They were just checking on her. They did not have probable cause to arrest her or to take her into any sort of protective custody. Now, I would disagree with that. They arrived there for a reason, because there was this woman in a dangerous situation, dangerous to motorists, dangerous to herself, obviously. What they found was somebody who was possibly suffering from mental issues, who claimed to be basically seriously injured. She said she had a broken arm, who appeared to be inebriated, who had a bottle of liquor with them, who was slurring her words, who appeared to be a victim of violence, who was claiming to be a victim of domestic violence, who was pleading for their help. And she didn't ask for much. She just asked to be driven 2 miles down the road to a gas station. In their private conversation, they acknowledged that they had a choice to drive her or to not drive her. And their choice was to not drive her. That's not really asking for a whole lot. That's where the lawyers' arguments are a red herring. They did not have to have probable cause to agree to drive this woman to a gas station. At the very least, they could have done that. That's what she was asking for. That wouldn't have violated her rights in any way. That would not have exposed them to a lawsuit. That would just be basic human decency, basic kindness. And that is what was missing here. These cops were spitting all over the place, basically acting like complete assholes. They literally had one job, and they failed. But let me know what you think in a comment. Do you agree with the lawyer for the officer? If so, let me know why. As always, I'll put all the contact information that I can find in the first pinned comment below so that you can express your protected free speech to your public servants. So I basically gave you all the updates already when I busted into the portion of the video where we were talking about alcohol and intoxication. This was sort of last minute. I had a phone call with Michelle's sister a little while ago. She apparently has a lot of evidence here, a lot of information, recordings and whatnot. She is sending me a thumb drive with all of this to review. And as you know, in addition to practicing law full time here in West Virginia on these types of cases, I look at these things all over the country. And this one really, really has a bad smell to it. Now, I can't say it, but we know what the official conclusions were here as to cause of death. And that conclusion requires them to cover up any evidence that this may have been due to intoxication, or at least in part. And that is exactly what they're doing. And that's not justice. Justice is not covering up for law enforcement officers. Justice is not preemptive defense of a lawsuit. Justice is the truth. There is an excellent case that could be made in court here that this woman would not have died but for the actions of those deputies, which the state of Missouri is saying were improper. The state of Missouri is saying that that death should not have happened, whatever the cause of it. So I'll definitely be looking further into this. And I also want to point out that the family does not have a lawyer. If there are any Missouri lawyers who are interested in taking a look at this case and potentially representing this family, I can put you in touch with them. Please reach out to me. To follow along, subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.
Okay, guys, so you want cops to be human? Really? These guys are low-life scumbag dirtballs. Nothing more, nothing less. And they should be in jail for neglect. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and we will catch you on the next one. Go over and tell Mr. Brandt that thank you for the video. Tell him I sent you. And subscribe to him. Thank you very much.